What up, YouTube? So this is going to be part 6 of the mr2 k24 spyder build, and today we're going to be going over all the little things we need to do to get it started, shifting and all the water supply stuff, so we can get this thing to drive around after we get the axles. So hopefully they come in today. They're supposed to be here yesterday, but I don't know, with this virus stuff, things are just being delayed. So first thing we're gonna go over is I'm gonna run a splitter between this and then the two outer control valve holes, since there's the only one, since I eliminated the water pipe that had it on there. I'm gonna have to unwrap some of this harness right here to extend this to get over here, because this little housing gets in the way. We'll also be cutting this radiator hose right here. That's gonna go right here. I already got the splitter. I'll show you the splitter, so we'll cut for that so we can connect that as well. And then we got this hose right here that just gonna go right here, which is simple. And then that hose is gonna go to this right here. And then the top of the reservoir, which is this right here, is gonna go into this right here. So that should be completing our, oh, and then our hose from the bottom, I'm gonna reuse this one right here. So I'm probably gonna cut the shape off like right here, because it's really tight in there. I'll show you exactly and measure everything just to make sure, but this is the bottom hose. We're gonna do that one as well. And then let's see, we're gonna get some block offs for this right here, for the little, I guess, small valve. And then we'll install the shift linkage. I'll show you this one. I was kind of measuring it earlier, and this one you're gonna have to extend in order to get like your top gears. That was the only problem. Other than that, I'll show you guys how to do the shift linkage. And then our motor harness is already kind of ran in there, so I'll run that in and connect it, show you where I connect it to the conversion harness. And then we're gonna put a Type R ECU on here for now, just to see if we can get it to start. And then this is the other part of our charge harness right here. So the one with the black and yellow stripe, it's gonna have to look over it, but yeah, the black and yellow stripe is your starter wire, and then your other one is gonna be your wire that goes to the fuse box, which is right here. And that's your charge wire. And then the one from the starter is gonna go to just your starter. It's not right here. I gotta find the starter harness, but oh, here it is. All right, so that'll just connect to the straight starter power, so the battery will have power. Other than that, that should be it. I had a problem with the motor mount, so I went ahead and finished them already. So this is how they end up looking. The one that I bought, the reason why I couldn't install it at first is because I was trying to install this mount right here, or this bracket, and I don't know if it's because it's K24, but it's just not gonna work. So kind of waste of money. I wish the manufacturer would have told me that it's not gonna work on a K24, but it is what it is. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. Oh, and then the slave cylinder. So I'll be installing the slave cylinder down there and bleeding that. And yeah, hopefully if everything's good. Oh, and one more thing, ground. So this is gonna be my transmission ground, which is the main one, because you need that for the starter. You're also gonna need, I'll put one over here on the side cover, and then one on the intake manifold, and that should cover all our grounds. But I'll go over that as well, and we can connect our fuel system as well, so we can have fuel. And then one more thing, sorry for that, is the throttle cable. So I think I'm going to take this bracket off, wrap it around the power or cruise control, and then place it on this top one. So that should be it, guys. I'm gonna start getting some work done. So I'll probably start with the grounds, since that's the easiest thing. So I'll ground this over here, do one on the intake manifold, one on the side cover, and then we'll start installing shift linkages and some of the hoses right now. So I'm gonna start doing that, and then we'll come back and show you what I did. All right, so let me start with some of the electrical that I did already. So the engine harness, I ran through the firewall. So this C101 plug, just connected that to that. This is the Type R ECU I'm running right now. So these are the two plugs from the wiring harness from the engine. They just plug there, and then this is the third E-plug from the conversion harness. So that's it, guys. I mean, if you didn't watch the video before, these are the other two that go into the stock ECU ports. And then the other two right there, simply just tap into those. That's it for the wiring part as far as the ECU. Next, I just got to do my battery and my charge, but we'll get to that later. Right now, I'm gonna show you what I did as far as the radiator hoses. So I did my cut, connected my adapter fitting, so I got that on there. I did my heater hose, that's connected to my bottom of my reservoir. I also started messing with the shift linkage a little bit, so it's about where it's at. I might have to come in a little bit more as far as the adjustment right there, but it does shift into gears. Let me show you that real fast. So like I said, just a little bit more adjusting to get a good feel, but other than that, it does go in all gears. Let's reverse. So the next thing I wanted to show you is I got my field connected, which is real simple. I mean, it was literally just tighten this down, and the one at the bottom, I went and did the slave cylinder, just two 12mm bolts, and I just got to bleed it now. Other than that, I believe that's, oh, and I did my lines for the audio control valve. So I did the split. I was gonna block it right here, but since I still need fluid to go into the audio control valve to let it know that the motor's warmed up, so it idles down. So that's connected to that. And next is this bottom hose. This is how I cut it. It's about how short it is. You can use a stock one, and the stock K24 thermostat housing is perfect on here, so you don't have to do any modifications. They say you have to get the K2 swivel one. You don't. It is possible to just use the stock hose from the MR2 to the actual K24 motor stock. So next thing we're gonna get to is I'll start doing my wiring for my starter and my charge harness, and then I'm gonna go ahead and finish my throttle cable because I just put it on there, but I have to get this adjustment out. It's kind of stuck, so I'm gonna put some WD-40 on there and readjust that. Other than that, I might be able to get this thing started. Oh, I still got to finish my grounds. So I got this ground on here so far on the transmission. I'm gonna put one on the intake manifold and then one over here on the side, and hopefully after I do that, we might be able to get a start on this video. Hopefully, maybe if everything is on here right. So let me go ahead and start knocking that out and getting the electrical system finished up, and I'll go ahead and finish this. I gotta go buy a clamp though. I gotta extend this wire, kind of re-loop this so it looks a little cleaner, and we'll come back from there and then see what we can do next, as far as maybe putting the battery on here and see if we get some type of power. So I'm gonna go ahead, ground this thing, finish up a little wiring here and there, and we'll come back and see if maybe we can get a start or see what else we need to do to get this thing to start today. So right now I just connected the battery. I had to rewire this. I'll show you that after I start it up right now. So we're gonna go for a first time start. Get some fuel in this car first. So can see here the fuel pump. You get a couple primes. And the third one should be a first time start. So this is the attempt to start the car. Alright, so that's a little preview, guys. Right now I'm gonna go over everything and then show you what I had to do to get it started. So when you connect the harness, after you do everything, they tell you to, there's this wire. If you can see, it's a black and white wire. Sorry, it's not focusing, but this wire, you have to cut it from the EFI, which is it's a jumper wire, so you can't have that or it'll fry the ECU. So make sure you cut this wire. And then I used the other side and tapped it into this black yellow wire. And that's all you really need to do to get the car to start up. So now that you know the car runs and everything, I'm basically gonna wait for the next video to do axles, adjust anything else that needs to be done. I did notice the reason why I think my mount didn't go in, because they didn't tell me that the AC pump hits that bracket right there. So most likely I will take that off and see if maybe we can fit the front mount in here. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I just wanted to show you guys that the car runs and should be ready to drive the next video. So if you haven't liked, share, subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think, and hit that notification so you see the video uploaded as soon as I upload. And if you want to get in contact with me on IG, it's KSeriousWorks. You can also hit me up on my email, which is honda.mike1988@gmail.com. And I'll see you guys next time.